Hey, what's going on everyone? I hope y'all's having a great day. On today's video, I'm going to show y'all how to make some sheet metal filler pieces with Dimple dies for the front core support area of a 56 Ford. So y'all come along, check it out. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Today we got this piece. Taylor brought it to me. It's for his dad's car. It's for I think 56 Ford. It goes up kind of at the core support area, ties into the fenders. He basically don't like these openings here and here. Want to know if I can come up with some kind of panels to fill those. So that's what we're going to get started on today. First thing I did, take a piece of cardboard here. I shoved it up from the back side. Got a good little line there. Had about a 1/4 inch lip all the way around. When I could work with it like that, and shoved it up there again, kind of see how the shape wants to work. I drew some lines on here that's going to help me know what I'm doing. But now we're just going to cut it out of some 18 gauge real quick with the plasma, clean it up, see if we can get it manipulated like this piece here where it fits up in there, and we'll go from there. Kind of show y'all where I'm at on this thing. Put the bend in it like I want. We're gonna bring this in from the back side. That way we can just put tacks around the back. He said that's how he'd like it. Everything as far as around here, all the way up to here fits good. This lip here where this is curving up, I told him I don't really have the tools it's gonna take to work this metal exactly how it need to be. So what I'm going to try to do now is put that in from the back side, tack it from here over to in here about where it's good, make sure it's pressed up there nice, and then the rest of that lip, I'm going to just kind of work it down from there. Hopefully it'll put a nice curve in this thing. It's not too sharp of an edge or nothing. I don't think it'll crease. And then over here on this side, it's actually a different size. I didn't notice that till I started this morning, but this one's a lot smaller, so we'll have to make our own for it. So they're not going to match no matter what. I mean, we're going to do it in the same way where it gets close, but they're going to end up being a little different because this whole piece is a little different. So we'll carry on. Now what I'm doing is hopping over to this middle piece. It's a lot easier. It's going to be a little flat piece here. I already started making my pattern. This will sit up here underneath this. I've marked center of it. And center horizontal, center vertical. And on this one, we're going to plot out some dimple dies. So I'm going to plot them out onto my pattern here, just so I get a feel of how I want it to look. And then we'll start transferring it to metal too. Well, I just noticed something. When I put this filler piece up underneath here, my center line is not lining up with the center of this piece. So this whole thing's actually kicked over towards what would be the driver's side of the car. That's why that one's bigger than this one. I mean, obviously it makes sense, but I just never realized it looking at the piece. So the only issue that's going to create is if we put the first hole right there in the center, it's obviously not going to line up with the middle, and you'll be able to tell that. I still want this piece to be symmetrical. I don't want to kick one over to the center and then fill up in a way. Though that may be the best bet, is to kind of roll with how it's offset, make this piece offset as well, and by eye you may still trick people, and even if they do notice it, it don't really matter because the whole thing shifted. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. The other option would be, instead of putting a hole right in the center, measure off my center line, maybe an inch and a half or so that way and an inch and a half so this way, and create or start my dimple dies there, and then go from there with that same gap. And then with it not being centered, kind of splitting the difference, you would help take away from it being off or noticing it ain't symmetrical with this piece. So I gotta come up with the idea here and move forward. And either way, we'll rock and roll, get this thing knocked out. Alright everyone, that wraps it up on this project. Turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty cool. I didn't get too technical on this thing really. Anyone could really handle doing this in their shop with basic tools. Now I know I have the Dimple dies, but other than that, these panels I bent them, you know, somewhat to fit, and then I use C-clamp to clamp it around to get them in there to match up. No big creases or nothing ended up in them. I mean, they flow nice and smooth, a little body work, and they'd look great. And then even this filler piece, I didn't get too technical on it. This lip, I have access to a brake at some buddies' houses, but I just wanted to get done today, so I clamped it there to the table, used that edge, and even broke this lip back here, and it still looks pretty good. So just showing how you can do some stuff with some simple hand tools here. The Dimple dies, they definitely add a cool effect to it. Y'all can get them relatively cheap now. When I say cheap, I mean they're still pricey, but that set I got from Swag Off-Road with 8 different sizes was pretty expensive, but definitely worth it because this just looks awesome. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, leave me any feedback, whether it's good or bad, and I'll try to get back with you guys on it. Make sure to hop over on Instagram, give me a follow on there at Puddin's Fab Shop, and I'll see y'all next time.